Hello and welcome back to Eurofootball Daily, where today we will be looking at transfers that saved a player's career. 10. Mario Balotelli. Mario Balotelli managed to go from Premier League naughty boy to Serie A outcast to Ligue 1's fourth highest goalscorer in just under 2 seasons. The Italian joined Manchester City in 2010 for €21.8 million, the very same year he followed in the footsteps of Wayne Rooney, Cesc Fabregas and Leo Messi, and claimed the Golden Boy Award. But his first season in the Premier League with Man City highlighted some serious disciplinary problems. The forward was booked as many times as he scored and missed more games through suspension than he played. His stint in Manchester was followed by a switch to Milan before heading to Merseyside for the most torturous spell of his career. Recording 5 times the number of yellow cards than he managed goals, Balotelli was considered one of the worst signings of the 2014-15 season. But a transfer to Nice in 2016 saved his footballing career. Shown red 3 times in his first season in Ligue 1, Super Mario clearly hadn't lost his edge, but he had found his shooting boots as well, scoring 15 goals in 20 starts. In the 17-18 season, he netted 18 in the league, 1 fewer than Neymar, and contributed to a goal every game in the Europa League. As Patrick Vieira replaced Lucien Favre in the dugout, the Frenchman has become the most recent manager to rub him up the wrong way, leading to Balotelli to swapping Nice for Lille. But having already scored in his debut this month, it's clear that his goal drought days that haunted him in the Prem are well and truly over. 9. Edin Dzeko. A similar narrative to the tale of Mario Balotelli, Edin Dzeko's career took a nosedive the moment he joined Manchester City. In 2011, Dzeko left Wolfsburg and signed on the dotted line at the Etihad for €32 million, their second most expensive signing and the most paid for a Bundesliga export at the time. Bosnia's greatest goalscorer, who had fired Wolfsburg to a history title in 2009, looked like a dead cert to perform in the Premier League. But he struggled to maintain a spot in the starting lineup and scored just 50 goals over the course of 4 seasons. The Premier League flop was let go at 29 years old, sent packing to Roma in 2015. But it was in Italy that Dzeko managed to totally revive his career. For the bargain price of just €15 million, the Romans had unlocked their new talisman, and in his opening campaign contributed to 14 goals. And by the 2016-17 term, the Bosnian could celebrate his 30th birthday with 33 starts, 29 goals and 9 assists. The striker proved his critics wrong in the 17-18 Champions League, as he drove the Italian side into the semi-finals, directly contributing to 10 goals in 12 games. Not bad for the Premier League flop. 8. Jadon Sancho. The move abroad by Jadon Sancho has been one of the biggest talking points over the last year. First, his sparking outrage at the arrogant youngster ditching the tutelage of Pep Guardiola, and then for the ambitious wonder kid for taking the Bundesliga by storm. After failing to gain minutes in City's senior side, Sancho's enjoyed 19 appearances so far in the 18-19 term for BVB, scoring 6 and assisting 9. That's a goal contribution every 80 minutes. Now on the map of every super club in Europe, the millennial has proven that the Westfalenstadion is the perfect habitat for young talent to flourish. Without the pressure of assumed league dominance or a manager expecting instant success, youngsters are given a chance that the likes of Guardiola can't afford to give them in the Premier League. Unfair to say that his switch to Germany saved his career, but at just 18 years old, joining a team on the up, playing regular minutes as they battle for the title, instead of rotting on the bench in Manchester, it's a move that has definitely made his career right now. 7. Florian Thauvin. In 2018, Florian Thauvin was at the centre of an alleged €80 million bid from Bayern Munich as the long-term replacement for Frank Ribery. Words of the Newcastle fans out there don't really mesh with what they saw at the Toon. Moving to England on a 5-year deal in 2015 for just €15 million, Thauvin lasted just 1 season in the Premier League before he headed back to Marseille. Contributing nothing but a yellow card in his 420 minutes for the Magpies, Thauvin's most memorable appearance came when Alan Shearer blasted him for showing up to a game in a tuxedo. The now 25-year-old proved he could be as classy on the pitch as he dressed off of it, but in France his form soared as he earned a regular place in the Olympians' starting lineup. By the 16-17 season, he had 36 Ligue 1 games, contributing to 15 goals and 8 assists, and 2 years later he was a member of France's World Cup winning squad, so we can add him to the pile of players resurrected after disasters in England. 6. Fabian Delph. In 2009, born and bred in Bradford, Fabian Delph signed for Aston Villa at the age of 20. In 6 years at the Midlands club, he made over 100 appearances, becoming their captain in 2014. But a year later, he was ditching Villa Park for somewhere slightly more glamorous. Despite promising he was committed to their next campaign, Delph transferred to City for just £8 million. Not expected to dominate Man City's midfield, the 27-year-old was criticised for taking money over minutes. However, Delph proved us all wrong. Not only did he completely reinvent himself under Guardiola, solving their reoccurring problem at left-back, but he has even gone on to become a regular contributor. In 2017-18, he started 21 Premier League games, earning himself a Premier League winners' medal. And so far this season, he has been in the lineup for 8 times, as Pep's squad battle Jurgen Klopp for the title. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have dropped down to the Championship, just keeping their fingers crossed that they can keep bidders away from Jack Grealish. 5. Ángel Di Maria. Ángel Di Maria broke English transfer records when he joined Manchester United from Real Madrid in August 2014 for £60 million. But it was in fact his move away from the theatre of dreams just a year later that saved his career. While in Manchester, Di Maria sustained an early hamstring injury and was forced out of position by Louis van Gaal, who he blamed for not being able to settle in England. The Champions League and La Liga winner admitted that he wasn't comfortable in Van Gaal's system and didn't understand why he wasn't given freedom on the pitch. As a result, Di Maria notched an all-time low of league goals in his career, scoring just 3 times in his only season in the Premier League. Thankfully for the Argentine, PSG came to his rescue, bringing him to the Parc des Princes for £44 million. The World Cup runner-up has since replicated his Real Madrid form. So far in the 18-19 campaign, the 30-year-old is contributing to a goal every 120 minutes and ready to pick up his 3rd Ligue 1 title. 4. Robin van Persie. From one star whose career almost died at Old Trafford to one whose was rescued. Unlike Di Maria, Robin van Persie joined United while Sir Alex Ferguson was still at the helm. Van Persie was signed by Arsenal in 2004 for just £2.75 million and became the next Thierry Henry as Arsene Wenger successfully moulded him from a left winger to a lethal striker. In 2007, Arsenal's leading goalscorer left Highbury for the new camp, and RVP assumed the role of the Gunners' main striker. Over the course of 8 seasons, the forward scored 96 Premier League goals, and 30 of those, as well as 10 assists, coming in the 2011-12 campaign, when he dragged a below-par Arsenal above their North London rivals into 3rd place. The man with the magic left foot was going to become the most lethal striker in Premier League history, without any meaningful silverware. But thankfully, £22.5 million for their almost out-of-contract star was too much for the Emirates' new owners to turn down. In his first season, he scored 26 and assisted 9 to drive Fergie's side to their last ever trophy, saving his own career from ending with an empty trophy cabinet. 3. James Rodríguez. James Rodríguez was left out of favour with Zinedine Zidane and out of the Champions League final squad entirely in 2017, signifying the end of a difficult spell in Madrid. Signed by Real in 2014 for £63 million after impressing at the World Cup, expectations were high for the Colombian international. However, racking up under 2,000 minutes a season for Los Blancos, the former Monaco man requested a loan transfer to save his career with more playing time, and Bayern Munich offered an escape route in the form of a 2-year loan deal to the Allianz Arena. In his first season in Germany, he contributed 18 goals and assists in 19 starts, with 2.8 key passes per minute, proving he hadn't lost his creative flair in the Spanish capital. A key figure in their defence of the Bundesliga title, he's successfully gone from off the grid to on the radar, with reports suggesting that come the summer, James is planning to leave Bavaria before his fate under Zidane is repeated with Niko Kovac. 2. Mohamed Salah. Mo Salah became the fastest man to reach 50 goals in a Liverpool shirt, taking just 65 appearances to hit the milestone in his first season in Merseyside. But before writing his name in the Premier League history books and firing the Reds to the final of the Champions League, he was earning more modest numbers in Serie A. One of the many superstars rejected too soon by Chelsea, Mo Salah was shipped off to Fiorentina on loan before completing a long-term switch to Roma in 2015. While it's a bit harsh to say leaving Rome for Liverpool resurrected his career, it's clear that the transfer has taken him to new heights. In 34 starts in the 2017-18 campaign, the Egyptian king scored 32 and assisted 10, winning the Premier League Golden Boot, the Player of the Season and the Players' Player too. So far in the 18-19 campaign, Salah is quietly producing similar numbers. At the time of writing, he's scored 16 and assisted 7 in the league, which is a direct goal contribution every 84 minutes. His output at Anfield has been over double what he managed with any club in his career, so he's clearly reaching his full potential under Jurgen Klopp. 1. Álvaro Morata. Álvaro Morata's arrival in England in 2017 could have been a turning point in his career, after being stuck on the Real Madrid subs bench for the previous 4 seasons. Unfortunately for the Spaniard, he'd signed for Chelsea, where the number 9 curse has managed to ruin the career of every forward foolish enough to put it on. A regular figure in his debut season under Antonio Conte, Morata started 24 games, more than he'd ever managed at senior level before, scoring 11 and assisting 6. However, swapping one Italian for another in the dugout, and Morata's output dropped. In 11 starts and 5 appearances from the bench, the 26-year-old has just scored 5 times, forcing Sarri to drop a striker altogether and play Hazard out of position as a false 9, a manoeuvre that has seen the Belgians' product drop too. With Morata's confidence at an all-time low, even failing to celebrate on the rare occasion he found the net, he has thankfully been handed a lifeline in the January window, with a move back home to Atleti, where we're predicting that he will find his form and resurrect his career. So those are our 10 transfers that resurrected a career part 2. What do you guys think, and have we missed out on anyone? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this, why not check out the comments show or whatever video Temps has put on screen right here, and don't forget to like and subscribe.